Precious Metals in a Rising Storm, featuring Monex and the world-renowned commodities research firm, the CPM Group, led by Jeffrey M. Christian.
Hello, my name is Sean Brasney, Sales Director for Monex Deposit Company. I have the great pleasure of having with us today Jeffrey Christian, who is Managing Partner and Founder of CPM Group, one of the many analysts over there at CPM Group, and always great to have you with us, Jeffrey.
Pleasure to be with you.
You know, our report this year is Precious Metals in a Rising Storm. When I think of a rising storm, for some reason I think of storm surge. You know, I'm on the coast, so coastal storm surge. And here we are watching gold and silver surge to the upside. And I'd kind of like to get your take on whether or not this is real investment demand that we're finally seeing coming into the gold and silver sector right now.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, I'm here in New York. We're having a nor'easter today as we speak. So the storm surge is physical as well as precious metals. Yeah, I think this is real. And our what we've seen so far this year is a lot of strong investment demand, and it's real investment demand, including physical metal. We've seen increased demand earlier in India, in China, in the United States, North America, and Europe. You saw demand for physical metal. And what we've seen over the last 2.5 weeks now is that as the price rose, a lot of physical investors, at least in the United States, have kind of pulled back a little bit because the price is reaching record levels. You know, we set 3 new intraday record gold prices in March, and we've set 3 more in the first 3 trading days of April. The price is at record levels. And I think a lot of physical investors tend to be more value-oriented. So we did see a lot of demand in the first part of the year up until the middle of March for physical metal. But as the price started making these new records highs, we've seen a little bit of caution on the part of physical investors, but you saw a surge of investment into futures and options and ETFs. And those are shorter term momentum type investors who say, oh, wait, the gold price is rising. It's reaching record levels. Let me jump in. And the fastest way you jump in is with an ETF. So if you look at, you know, what we've seen over the last really 3.25 years now is that you've seen stronger demand overall for physical demand, but ETF investors were actually reducing their holdings over that 3.5 period. And in the last 2 or 3 weeks, you've seen the physical investors pull back a little bit, but the ETF guys came in because that's a quick way to get that exposure to rising gold prices. And the question is, will they do what they've done in the past and buy at the peak and sell at the low? You know, the physical investors seem to be a little bit more adept at saying, I'll buy when the price is rising, but when the price gets to really high levels, I'm going to wait. And our expectation, frankly, is that the gold price will come off. You know, it's April 3rd now as we're speaking. Our expectation is the gold price will come off some over the next few months before rising even higher in the second half of this year into next year.
Yeah, I'd like to remind our viewers about cost averaging strategies where even if you decide to jump back in while we see this surge in pricing, if it does come off a little bit, you can always buy at a lower price, cost average as it goes down, if it goes down, but at least you can get your feet in the water and not miss out on something that may be continuing on the upside for quite a while.
If it does come down, our expectation is it's not going to come down very far, and it's probably not going to come down to even the levels that we saw last year. I mean, we are in the storm surge of a big storm, and the bigger storms are yet to come, both economically and politically.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you and CPM Group are the authors of our report for this year, Precious Metals in a Rising Storm. So remind our viewers to call Monex, talk to an account representative and get your free report today.